Imagine a world where other people's opinions and judgments don't bother you, a world where negativity and criticism just roll off you like water off a duck's feathers. In this video, we'll look at 8 powerful lessons from Buddhism that will help you act as if nothing bothers you. Join us on a life-changing journey where we cultivate wisdom, peace, and compassion, equipping you to live with unwavering calm and clarity. Principle 1. Do not hate those who hate you. It's okay to feel hurt when others criticize, despise, or discriminate against us. However, the real way to peace is not to return hate with hate. Instead, we are called to rise above such negativity and refuse to let other people's actions or words consume us. Those who harbor hate are often struggling with their own pain, their own fears, and their own misunderstandings. They seek to project their inner turmoil onto others. But we need not accept their negativity as our own. In fact, we are much greater and more powerful than the one who seeks to bring us down. Our worth and our peace are not dependent on the opinions or actions of others. So why waste our precious time and energy hating someone who is unworthy of even being in our thoughts? To not hate is not to condone harmful behavior, but to recognize that holding on to hatred only harms ourselves. It clouds our mind, disturbs our peace, and distracts us from our true purpose. So let us embrace the wisdom of the Buddha and choose to rise above hate. Let us not waste our time on those who seek to harm us, but let us focus on nurturing the qualities of kindness, patience, and compassion in our own hearts. In doing so, we walk the path of true freedom, unaffected by the noise of hatred. Principle 2. Practice humility. Buddha once said, "A man is not called wise because he talks and talks. He is truly called wise if he is peaceful, loving, and fearless." These words give us a deep understanding of what humility is, a quality that is often misunderstood in our fast-paced, goal-oriented culture. Being humble in the world doesn't mean playing down your skills or pretending to be less smart than you really are. It doesn't mean hiding your achievements either. Instead, it means realizing that real wisdom goes beyond words and outward shows. Being humble means realizing that what we say isn't the only thing that makes us wise. What we do, how we live, and how we treat others are also important. A truly intelligent person doesn't try to get attention by speaking eloquently or making big moves. Instead, they radiate peace, love, and fearlessness in everything they do. They face the world with an open heart, knowing that they don't know everything but are always ready to learn and grow. Being humble breaks down walls of vanity and pride, making room for active attention, real understanding, and sensitivity. By being humble, we don't just accept others. We actively embrace the idea that we are all connected. Remember that the real test of wisdom is not what we say, but how humble we are. By being humble, we not only change our own lives, but we also become a source of compassion and guidance for all living things. Principle 3. Don't let other people run your life. Picture your life as a unique journey, an exciting hike through a beautiful big forest where you meet different people. As you walk along the trail, different people will give you advice, opinions, and comments about the road you choose. These people are like signposts or signs, each with their own view on where you should go or how you should live. But the path you choose is yours and yours alone. It is said that Buddha, who was very wise, gave this timeless advice: do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. What does this mean for us in our daily lives? It means that our focus should remain on the now, on the journey we are currently walking, not on the opinions, judgments, or expectations of others, just as a hiker focuses on the trail beneath their feet. We must direct our attention to the present moment, trusting that it will guide us forward. It's important to listen with an open heart, but also to trust your inner wisdom, your values, and your intuition. You are the captain of your own life, and no one else can choose your direction for you. The world may present many paths and many voices, but only you can decide which way to go by embracing the present moment and making decisions from a place of authenticity. You become empowered to follow your own heart. In doing so, you remain confident and grounded on your journey, no matter how many opinions or judgments arise around you. So remember that your life is yours to shape. Stay true to who you are, trust your inner compass, and don't let the noise of others distract you from the journey that is. Uniquely fourth concept of yours. Listen twice as much as you speak. In this lesson, we'll look at the deep power of listening, which goes beyond hearing words and includes really understanding what they mean. When the Buddha said, "To understand everything is to forgive everything," he wasn't just talking about traditional forgiveness. He was talking about the deeper wisdom that comes from really listening. Understanding and compassion go hand in hand. To understand, we need to listen to more than just words. When we listen more than we speak, we open ourselves to the richness of the world around us. It's not just about hearing, it's about actively engaging with others, noticing their feelings, stories, and needs. Deep listening helps us understand what they're really like, which leads to kindness and empathy. It also helps us see past the surface and make links that go beyond words. Seeing the complex web of human experience in a world where talking is often more important. It's a quiet act of strength to listen. Being quiet isn't about avoiding conflict or discomfort. It's about listening with an open heart and mind. When we listen, we don't just take in information, we grow in wisdom and understanding. When we speak, our words are more powerful, more thoughtful, and more informed. They come from a place of deep awareness and insight. But listening isn't just for personal conversations, it's for everything in life, from the rustle of the wind to the quiet of nature, to the unspoken struggles of others, and even the silence inside us. Everything is connected, every moment speaks, and every being has something valuable to share. When we listen twice as much as we speak, we open up new levels of understanding. We learn to connect with the unseen, understand what isn't being said, and feel empathy for those who aren't heard. This strengthens our connections with others, with life, and with our own truth. Practicing listening can help you become wise, find peace, and see the world with clarity and compassion. So remember that when we act like nothing is bothering us, it's not because we're shutting out the world. It's because we're listening so deeply to it, to others, and to ourselves, that we're no longer bothered by the noise. We are grounded in the deep understanding that comes only through listening, and in that understanding, we find peace. As we listen, we grow, and in that growth, we come to know the profound truth of our interconnectedness and the boundless compassion that lives within each of us. This is Principle 5. Accept the worst that comes your way. One of the biggest causes of anxiety is thinking that bad things are always just around the corner. We worry that our loved ones will leave us, that we'll lose our job, or that we'll lose our home. Every day brings a new fear, worry, or what if. This stress over imagined future problems keeps us from being at peace, leaving us in a constant state of unease. In Buddhism, there is a deep teaching that can help us change our view and break free from this loop. Buddha taught that suffering is a normal part of life, but it's not the suffering itself that hurts us. It's our attachment to how things should be. When we expect only happiness and comfort, we set ourselves up to be let down when life brings us problems. Instead of fighting them, we should accept them and move on with our lives. The Buddha told us to accept that both happiness and sadness will pass. In Buddhism, we are reminded that suffering is not something to avoid, but something to face with balance. When we train our minds to see hardship as a normal part of life, we free ourselves from the shackles of constant worry. With this new way of thinking, we can face life's challenges with strength and clarity, knowing that we can handle whatever comes our way. In this way, we move forward with a calm mind and a brave heart, not worried about the future and rooted in the present. Let us adopt this powerful practice. When we accept the worst, we free ourselves from fear. This change gives us strength, peace, and the knowledge to handle life's ups and downs with grace. As we walk this path, we find that nothing can really disturb our inner peace because we are ready to handle whatever comes our way. Principle 6. Be aware of the dangers of fortune. As the Buddha taught, health is the greatest gift, blissful peace, wealth and loyalty in the world, having the best relationship. These powerful words tell us that real happiness doesn't come from getting more stuff, but from living a life based on simplicity, thanks, and purpose. Connections. In today's world, we often judge our success by how much money we have, how much status we have, or how many comforts we have. But Buddha's teachings tell us to think about how everything is temporary. The cars we drive, the houses we live in, and the luxuries we enjoy are all subject to change and decay. While these things may bring us short-term happiness, they shouldn't be the main focus of our lives. Buddha says that true wealth is found in being happy. Contentment means being able to find peace and joy in the present moment and appreciating what we have instead of always wanting more. The simple pleasures of life, like a friendly smile, a meal with family, or a quiet walk in nature, are where we find the depth and richness of our lives. These are the moments that feed our souls and give us lasting happiness. Buddha tells us that the most valuable things in life are not things we own, but the relationships we build with others. Loyalty, trust, and real connections with others are what make life worth living. When we're with the people we love, we find support, joy, and a sense of belonging that no material thing can give us. These relationships are the basis of lasting happiness, and they go beyond the temporary nature of material wealth. As we go through life, let's be aware of the danger of becoming too attached to material things. Instead, let's focus on loving our health, finding contentment in our hearts, and nurturing the relationships that really matter. By doing this, we embrace a deeper and more lasting kind of wealth, a wealth that leads to lasting happiness. Buddha, the kind and wise master, once said, "Every morning we are born again." This means that we should see loss as a way to get better and not as something to be afraid of. The most important thing is what we do today. These words tell us to see each day as a chance for renewal, a new chance to learn and grow. The main idea is to see difficulties not as problems to be solved, but as chances to grow and change. Life is like a road with steps. Some steps will be easy, fun, and light. If you stumble, fall, or have trouble, remember that every fall is a chance to rise higher. Just like when a child is learning to walk, they don't give up after a fall. They get back up and try again, and with each step they take, they become more balanced and confident. In the same way, setbacks are not failures. They are powerful lessons. Each mistake shows us where we need to grow, and every misstep is a chance to learn how to become wiser and more resilient, like a sculptor who chisels away at stone to reveal the masterpiece inside. So don't be afraid of the unknown or the possibility of failing. Failure is a normal part of the journey. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. It's not how many times you fall, but how many times you rise that counts. Each rise makes you stronger, more grounded, and more capable. This is the path to self-discovery and personal growth, and it starts with the courage to face every challenge, knowing that it brings you closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. Always remember that death is waiting at the end of the road. Always remember that death is waiting at the end of the road. This is not a call to pessimism, but a reminder of life's impermanence in Buddhism. We are taught to reflect on the inevitability of death, not to fear it, but to live more consciously and with purpose. Understanding that death is the final destination of all our efforts encourages us to question, How we spend our time and energy, for instance, is it truly worth spending 20 years of our precious limited life working tirelessly to pay for a house we can't take with us? Once we acknowledge that death will visit us all, just as we carry the essentials like our phone or credit card, it serves us well to carry a small notebook with reminders of what truly matters by reflecting on the impermanence of life. We realize that setbacks are not the end of the world, and that life is not an endless stretch of time. Instead, we gain a more realistic view of our existence, understanding that our time here is limited. With this awareness, we can make the most of every moment, focusing on what truly brings meaning, love, connection, and wisdom. We've looked at 8 powerful principles that can help us find peace, resilience, and wisdom in our daily lives. These teachings aren't about avoiding life's challenges. They're about facing them with an open mind and heart. When we follow these principles, we give ourselves the power to act as if nothing bothers us, letting go of unnecessary stress and focusing on what really matters. As you go about your day, remember that peace and wisdom are within your reach. Life is short, and it's up to us to live it to the fullest with mindfulness and compassion. Keep these teachings close and let them guide you toward a life of serenity, strength, and understanding.